Hey everyone, hope you're having a good day so far. Um, we're just going to do a quick review on how to do 2-digit by 2-digit multiplication. So if you see the first problem on the screen, we have 48 times 35. So remember, when you're doing 2 by 2, you always want to start at the bottom ones place, right there at the 5. And we're going to do 5 times 8, and we're going to work that out, regroup if we have to, and then we're going to do 5 times 4 before we move on to this 3 down here. We have to multiply the 5 by both digits up top. So we're going to start, like I said, with 5 times 8, which is 40. So we're going to have to regroup. So we're going to keep the 0. We're going to carry the 4 up top to be added. So next we got to do 5 times 4, which is 20. 20 plus the 4 we had to regroup gives us 24. So the first part of our answer, the first partial product, is 240. Okay, so you can either mark out that 4 or erase it. I'm just going to erase it, and I'm going to go ahead and mark out the 5 because now we're done with the 5. Now I'm ready to move on and start using this 3, but as you can see, that 3 is in the tens place. So in order to treat that like a true 3 instead of a 30, we got to go right here where the blue arrow is and drop a 0, a placeholder, to hold our ones place for us while we work in the tens place. So I'm going to put that right there. And now I'm ready to move on to the 3. Just like we did with the 5, I have to multiply that 3 with the 8 up here in the top ones place, and then immediately the 4 in the tens place. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I know that 3 times 8 is 24, so I have to do some regrouping. I'm going to keep my 4, carry my 2 to be added, and now next I'm going to do 3 times 4, which is 12, and 12 plus the 2 that I had to regroup gives me 14. And that gives me my next partial product, 1,440. You can go ahead and add the comma there if you want, or you can just wait until the end and add it in your final answer. Either one's fine. So now all we have to do is add our 2 partial products. So I'm going to set that up as an addition problem, and I'm going to just treat it like a normal addition problem. So 0 plus 0, 0. 4 plus 4 is 8. 2 plus 4 is 6. 1 plus nothing is 1. So your final answer or your product is 1,680. So, it can be a bit of a lengthy process sometimes, but if you know your multiplication facts, it's going to help you out a lot. It'll help speed it up for you. Okay, so we're going to look at the next one here. We're going to do 56 times 19. So I'm going to start with the 9 and multiply it by the 6 and then the 5 first. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I know that 9 times 6 is 54. I'm going to carry the 5. And I know that 9 times 5 is 45, plus the other 5 that we regrouped gives us 50. So now our first partial product is 504. So I'm going to get rid of that 5 now that I'm done with it. I'm going to mark out my 9, and I need to drop my placeholder 0. So now I'm ready to move to the 1 in the tens place, and I'm going to multiply it by the 6 and then by the 5. Okay, so 1 times 6 is 6. 1 times 5 is 5. Now my other partial product is 560. All I have to do to get the final product or the final answer is set that up as an addition problem. 4 plus 0 is 4. 0 plus 6 is 6. And 5 plus 5 is 10. Make sure you put your comma in the right place. So our final answer, or our product, is 1,064. All right, let's do one more. Okay, we got 73 times 24. So again, I'm going to start with the 4, multiply it by the 3, and then multiply it by the 7, and regroup when we have to. So 4 times 3 is 12. Keep the 2, carry the 1. 4 times 7 is 28. 28 plus the 1 that we carried is 29. First partial product is 292. So I'm going to erase my 1. Going to drop my 0 to hold my place. And now I'm going to go over to my 2 and multiply it by the 3 and then the 7, just like we've been doing. So 2 times 3 gives me 6. And then 2 times 7 gives me 14. Okay, so 1,460 is my other partial product. Again, we just need to add them up, and we'll get our final answer. So 2 plus 0 is 2. 9 plus 6 gives me 15. Regroup. Sometimes you'll have to regroup in the addition. So I carried my 1. 1 plus 2 gives me 3. 3 plus 4 gives me 7. And then nothing plus 1 is still 1. So 1,752 is my final answer, or my product. So I hope this is a helpful review for you, and good luck in your multiplication.